Hello, welcome back to ADHD Support Talk Radio. ADHD Support Talk is brought to you by ADDclasses.com. Visit www.addclasses.com and sign up for helpful online events and resources today. I'm your co-host, Lynne Edris. So I want to welcome you back again. I'm a productivity and ADHD coach, so I empower professionals to take control of their time and their lives so that they can fulfill their potential more easily and have more time and energy for what matters most to them. And I'm a woman with ADHD, so I get it. I've been there, I've done that, and I've come out the other side, so to speak. And I believe that every single one of us can have whatever version of success we want for ourselves when we learn how we work best and how to work in ways that are aligned with what it is that we do want out of life. You can learn more about me and what I do and the programs and services I offer at www.coachingadvantages.com. And today I have with me again Tara McGillicuddy, the founder of ADHD Support Talk. Welcome, Tara.
Hi, I'm glad to be back. As Lynn said, my name is Tara McGillicuddy. I am the founder of ADHD Support Talk Radio, which is the longest running podcast for adults with ADHD. Like Lynn, I'm also a woman with ADHD. I have been involved in the online ADHD support community since 1997. I'm an ADHD coach, advocate. I provide different types of online resources for people with ADHD. I try to help them lead happier, more productive lives. You can learn more about me and products and services that I offer by going to my website, taramcgillicuddy.com.
Today, we're going to talk about a new program that Tara is offering, and I don't know anything about it, so I'm with you guys. So, Tara, tell us a little bit about what you have going on. What is this new program that you're going to be offering?
Yeah, so it's called the ADHD Coaching Project, and it's something new and different. So basically, what I'm doing is I am going to offer a group coaching program. I'm going to work with 6 people with ADHD. I'm going to offer it for free, but I'm going to record this and I'm going to release it on YouTube, the podcast, and other things. And of course, the people who are going to be part of it, they know they're going to be recorded, they're giving permission and all that.
Right.
So I'm going to respect confidentiality. So I'm in the beginning process. And in addition to this, I am also doing something really new and different. I'm putting myself out there on YouTube and creating a behind the scenes real and raw video of me doing this. And this is, as a person with ADHD, I came up with this as we're recording this right now. It's Monday, the 24th. I came up with this Friday. And
Okay.
I invited people. And the next part of the process, I'm going to be choosing the participants. They're coming to a application call, for lack of a better word, on Zoom
Okay.
Wednesday at 3 p.m. So we're going to choose the participants. So it's something new and different. And yeah, so like I said, we were talking about what are you going to talk about? And I said, I have a new program. And I said, why don't we just fly off the cuff? You don't know anything about it. Let's just start from there.
I think it's exciting. I love that you always come up with these creative, sort of out of the box ways to help people, to support people with ADHD, especially in the online space. And I think one of the things that most of us with ADHD are really good at, some of us don't even realize it, is the kind of creative,
Yeah.
out of the box idea generation and the kind of different ways of approaching things and different ways of thinking about things. So I love when I have one of those kind of crazy, seemingly crazy, out of the box ideas, and then I follow it and I turn it into
Yeah.
something that's super helpful for
Yeah.
people.
See, I
So,
don't always I follow it because with me, what can happen is that perfectionism type thinking can get
yes,
in the way.
yes,
Or to be like, okay, here's the idea. 2 hours later, it's become way too big and way too complicated
yes,
because so
absolutely.
I just I came up with it and I acted on it pretty quickly. But it's also excited because one of the things that's been going on for me in the past few years, I just went through menopause, had some other crazy things in my life. I've just been drained. I haven't had that excitement in a while, and I
Right.
haven't felt connected I used to be so excited by things. And yeah,
Right.
the ADHD Expo, we just had the 15th anniversary of our 15th last fall. And that's fun and exciting. But at 15, how exciting can it be? I do new and
Right.
different things, but this is something new and different. And I'm one of the pioneers when it comes to ADHD group coaching. Like during the first ADHD Coaches Organization conference, I presented about group coaching. So this is
Right.
something that in itself isn't new and different for me, but how can I make it new and different? And also, how can I help as many people as possible? And
Right.
that's one of the things. Yeah, I'm going to be working with 6 people in a group setting, but so many other people are going to be able to witness and understand what ADHD coaching is.
Yeah, absolutely. Something new and different is always good for us, right? It isn't
Yes.
always good, like you said, to jump in head first and follow every idea or
Yeah.
every inclination. I wish I could see a show of hands who listening to this hasn't gotten themselves in trouble with something that seemed like the best idea in the whole world at the time. And then we turned it into something it doesn't need to be. And I am also the queen of that. It's a constant challenge for me to keep things simple and to not overdo
Yes.
that additive bias, that problem solving
Mm-hmm.
by adding components. That's always my go-to. But there's nothing like a new
Yeah.
idea and a new project to
Yeah.
reinvigorate you. So I'm excited at the
Yeah.
possibility of this. And if
Yeah.
you're going to be doing it on YouTube, it really is going to be something that's going to reach a lot of people, which is
Yes.
always really
Yes.
exciting.
And that's one of the things, like we have a YouTube channel for this podcast, which
Right.
it's basically a static image of us doing audio. And that was something years ago somebody said to me, because, like I said at the beginning, this is the longest running podcast for adults with ADHD. It started in 2008. Somebody said to me a few years in, why don't you put it on YouTube? I'm like, why would I want to do that? Other people can listen to it. And then I just realized how easy it was. You just click something in the podcast thing and it automatically goes there. And so but I'm also want to like what revamp, re-energize the YouTube channel too. And I've
Right.
already done 2 vlog style things about behind the scenes, and I didn't have my hair and makeup done, which for me, that's putting myself out there. So in addition to helping people, reaching people, I'm really putting myself out there. The past 20 something years, a lot of what people see of me is professional Tara who teaching people, and I'm putting myself out there. I'm sharing stories. It's somewhat edited where it's going on YouTube, so I edit out the silence and the ums and the ahs,
Right.
all that. But it's pretty much real and raw where I'm sharing my ADHD challenges and stuff too. And I think that's what people are looking for in this day and age is authenticity. Not that I'm not
Authenticity.
authentic as a professional, but I've spent the past couple decades trying to be professional and be accepted, and I don't always show that side of me. So this is me being vulnerable, which isn't a challenge. It's a challenge in itself.
To put yourself out there and not polish it to the nth degree is hard. Anybody who's ever been on social media or the internet, pretty much anywhere, if you haven't been the recipient of a troll's whatever trolling, then
Yep.
I'd be surprised. But when you work in an online space and you live in an online space, sometimes we get it a little more than other people do. We're human beings. That
Yep.
stuff gets to us.
It
To
does.
be
It does.
vulnerable and to put yourself out there, I think that's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit, like, where'd the idea come from?
As we're living like crazy times where there's so much negativity. And what
Right.
I've been noticing over the past couple months, the things I've been watching on YouTube are people who are like changing the world, making it a better place. One of the people I watch is a woman who grooms dogs and cats. And it was like one of these things that I just can't believe I'm watching it, but it's something that I've been binge watching. I don't know if that's a word people use anymore. But she also raises money for the SPCA and does free grooms because her channel's become so big. So she's showcasing her services and she's making the
Okay.
world a better place. Another one I've been watching just recently, I think I started watching this late middle of last week, is a man who goes around and cleans up like prop dilapidated properties. He's out of, I think, the Detroit, Michigan area. And he goes in, and so and his channel has become huge, and he's helped people, and he gives back to the community. Another one who like cleans houses, who like hoarders, and he's got almost 1 million viewers.
Wow.
And so I'm like, okay, this is cool, but I'm like, I don't do something where you can physically get a camera and
Right.
watch me. I'm vulnerable and stuff, but I'm not showing my house on camera how bad it looks. And there's like people who do that. There's somebody I follow who has ADHD, and she started her channel a couple years ago for accountability. And like she goes back and it's just she's got millions of views on cleaning her house of clutter. So
Yeah.
these people really inspired me, but I'm like, okay, how can I do this? Because I'm already out there on YouTube and podcast giving people advice, which in a sense is
Right.
consulting or coaching, teaching, but how can I do that? And I'm like, okay, what I do is other people are involved. So like I could do a coaching group. Why don't I do that? And then of course I have the doubts. Oh, I can't do that.
Right.
Confidentiality. No one's gonna want
Right.
to do it. I'm like, you
Right.
know what? I have followers. I have people who want to work with me, and I don't always offer these type of coaching groups. So I'm like, I'll put the call out. Anyone who wants to work with me can come to the call. They're going to know the details. So that's where it came from.
It's one of those things where we can turn an idea into something if
Mhm.
we decide to go at it with curiosity, we decide to
Yep.
go at it with openness, and we adjust accordingly.
Yep.
If it doesn't go perfectly from the get-go, that doesn't mean it's a failure. It
Yeah.
means there's things that you can adjust and things that you can learn and
Yeah.
things that you can take into the next experience.
Yeah.
I think it's exciting.
Yeah, it's a beta or it's a rough draft. And
Right,
like
right,
right now, what I'm planning to do is a 6 week group. I'm planning to have 6 participants that are there live. But I might go to the call Wednesday and realize I want to shift it a little bit. Maybe I want to have 4 participants, or maybe I want to have 10 participants. Maybe I decide I want to do something different. So I'm also giving myself permission for that. And I want to
yeah,
have fun with it because that's one of the things over the years I realized is I need fun. I need
yes.
that passion. I need that excitement. So it's been a while since I felt this for work.
I'm excited for you, and I'm
Oh, thank
excited for the
you.
people that it's going to help too, because I think you are going to reach a different audience. And I love the vulnerability,
Yeah.
and it's not easy. So I do definitely
No.
give you props. I'm showing up today. Actually, before we started recording, I was like, this is my first time on. We record these on Zoom. This is my first time on video today, and I actually said, "Damn, I need a hairbrush." This is not video
Yeah,
today.
I actually put that into my second reel in raw video, and I'm like, okay, because I came from working out, I had my hair up in a ponytail, I put it down, and that was one of the things I put into. I'm like, I probably could have brushed my hair better today, and I might have somebody saying something because years ago when I first started video, I was really nervous. And I used to touch my hair a lot because it was distracting. And
Right,
I had some woman, I think it was a woman or a person, I can't remember if it was a man or woman at the time, like commenting, you should wear it in a ponytail or a bun, and it's very distracting. And back then, I guess I was not ready for that
right,
criticism. So back
right.
then, it's okay, I'm just not gonna do
I'm not going to go
videos.
on video anymore. Yeah,
And then I think learning that for whatever reason, I'm not touching my face and my hair as much as I used to. It must have been like some type of nervous thing. And maybe if I'm on video, I can wear hairspray to keep it in place. It's just, I'm in a different place than I was back then. But that was something that a while ago, now to be like, okay, that's who I am, whatever.
yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's awesome. I think too, and I was talking about this with a client today, one of the beautiful things that happens in a group, especially in a small group, is you have the connection that you can create with
Yes.
people when you're vulnerable, when you're open, when you're talking about the things that you're struggling with, when you're hearing other people explain things that you have thought about or felt or struggled with or even just mused over. to hear other people talk about those things and to be able to connect
Yes,
with other
yes.
people is really powerful.
Yeah.
That was like my whole family has ADHD. I have three sisters, so I grew up, we all talked about, there was a lot of talking. Let's just say that. But the first time I really had that from an ADHD perspective when I went to coaching school. I don't remember how many, it was a long time ago. I think there were probably around 20 of us, just being ourselves and showing up
Yes.
imperfectly and being open and being honest was really powerful. So to be able to let other people see that, I think really
Yeah,
invaluable.
yeah, the group dynamic is so powerful because I thought about one of the options was I could do like a makeover contest and have individual coaching. And
Mhm.
I thought about that and I'm like, no, I want that group dynamic, whether it's six
Yeah,
people or however many it actually turns out. We'll see on Wednesday what I actually decide. So I think the people hearing who are going to witness it, who are going to observe, will also witness, observe that group dynamic power, not just listening to a one-on-one. So there's lots
right.
of things that, and of course, I'm like going out there and recording myself as a coach, coaching,
Yeah,
because
it
then
is a
it's
lot
like,
of pressure.
okay, am I going to have other coaches that are listening saying I'm not coaching right, I'm not following the ICF standards, or I didn't, but I'm pushing past that. So there's a
Yeah,
lot going on. And I think that vulnerability, I'm with, yes, I'm coaching, I'm going to be the coach, I'm a leader, but I'm also putting myself out there with the members, with the people, the
yeah.
participants.
I think that's very powerful. I'm excited to see what you create. I'm excited to
Yes,
see
me
what you
too.
do with it.
Thank
I'm
you.
excited
Thank
to
you.
hear how it goes. Whatever you do, I know you're going to help a lot of people and it's going to resonate with a lot of people because I think that connectedness is something that we need now more than ever.
Definitely, yes. Focusing on something besides the negativity. So focusing on that
Absolutely.
positive. And this is what got me to do it because I was focusing, putting my attention and my energy to watching videos where people were making a change in the world.
Yeah,
And that had a ripple effect or paying it forward or whatever you want to call it. So I think I'm also illustrating that when you put your attention, your energy, your focus to positive things, you're going to bring more positive energy into your own life.
absolutely. And you're going to notice the positive things that are around you more and you're
Yes,
going to feel them
yes,
more as well. I think that that's
yes.
really powerful. Anything else you want to share with our listeners?
I guess just if you want to follow along, there'll be links in the description. Definitely, if you're listening to this on Apple Podcast or whatever audio version you're list of the podcast, definitely come over to our YouTube channel and subscribe because that's where a lot of the down and dirty, raw stuff and yeah, just follow along. And this is the beginning. It's going to morph into something else, I'm sure, as we go along. So follow along with me. And I'm planning to release this on Tuesday, by Tuesday. And the application call is Wednesday at 3 p.m. People might, and even if you're listening to this 3 years down the line, I'm sure I'll be offering something else by then.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see where this goes.
Thank
If you would like to connect with us, you can do that in the ADHD Support Talk community in Facebook. We have a Facebook group where we love to communicate and connect with our listeners, get suggestions for topics, guests, answer questions, get your feedback. We're happy to connect with you there. You can also comment on the YouTube videos on our YouTube channel and connect with us there as well. So I look forward to hearing how this goes for you, Tara, and what you do with it. And I want to thank you all for listening today and for your attention, as always.
thank you.